What's up, IC Terra Collective? So, by the way, shout out to DJ Patrick Cornett. That's who you hear playing in the background. I feel like it's safe to play this video because it's on YouTube. So hopefully, all the copyrights are like together. So I'll find out as I'm on this journey. But anyway, the reason that I'm making this video is about the short that I made about the prophetess that are Christian prophetess, but they watch tarot card readers. I am not here to fuss at you. I'm here to talk to you because I have a Christian background. And this message is not only for IC Tarot Collective, but it's also for the Divination Nation because the Divination Nation is about bringing all the religions together because we all get to a certain point, not we all, but some of us get to a certain point where we outgrow our religion, right? So, what I'm basically talking about, okay, is when you get to a point in your church life, right, and you emulate the first lady at your church. So, like in a Christian church, that's like the pastor's wife, or it could be like the mothers of the church, or it could be like the mothers of different organizations, leaders, like the even the choir director, the nurse president, or what have you. So, whatever your religion is, whatever position that divine feminine held that was like of a high rank and the things that she did, that's the divine feminine energy that I'm talking about. But what I'm emphasizing is that they are divine in that traditional religious sense. Mhm. Okay. Because you either are this divine feminine that I'm talking to in this position in this religious organization, thank you Holy Spirit, or you are watching or you feel like you are elevating higher than this divine feminine, and that's confusing to you because you might be single, you might feel like this is against what your religion teaches you to do. Like your family might be the family that always does uh submissive behavior to the divine feminine family of your religious organization. But the truth of the matter is, regardless of your social class or your financial status, your romantic status, you could be the chosen one. Okay? Now, if my sweater's bothering you, I could have cut it, but see, it's already got a hole, so I feel like if I cut it, it's gonna just, so that's why I didn't cut it. But I just like this cardigan. But anyway, now that I said all that, apply that to your religious organization. And I'm going to talk about religion because I'm going to talk about Christianity because I grew up in a Christian church base. People that's going to really understand what I'm talking about are people that are in the following: Kojic, um, Baptist, Southern Baptist, Pentecostal, okay, AMC, non denominational. I'm talking to y'all. Y'all people in the South, y'all people in the North, some of y'all in the East, and some of y'all in the West. I grew up on the King James Bible. I, I'm gonna keep it a whole buck with you, was a Sunday school teacher. No, vacation Bible school teacher for a whole week at the age of 12. That's a true story. That's a true story now. I had so much knowledge of the Bible at the age of 12 that they entrusted a very profitable, successful vacation Bible school program because we're talking about the late 80s, like when people believed in putting their kids in vacation Bible school, baby. And I had the 2 and 3 year olds that summer, and I'll never forget it. And baby, they learned. And when they did their Friday end of the year program, it was the best one. And I'm getting tears because I really never just reflected on that group of children and how that was such a big role in my life. Now listen to what I'm saying. The first lady of the church, who is now passed on, was the one who picked the Bible's vacation school of teachers. Vacation Bible School was her baby. And if you got picked to be a vacation Bible school teacher, like, it was a big deal. So I was 12 and I got picked over adults. But see, I had already been working in the nursery with the 2 and 3-year-olds too. That just came to my memory. I had been working with the children in the nursery. So I had a relationship with most of the kids anyway. But listen, when I tell you that I spent decades in the church, in the choir, as a child, the children's choir, then the young adult choir, and then turning 16, moving on to the adult choir, and being in the adult choir at different churches in different states. Like, I have moved, okay? Listen to me now, prophetess. I've moved to different states alone with my children and sought out a church and joined the choir. And you know they didn't like me, right? Because who likes a beautiful single woman coming to their church? Especially when you're in the South. And these churches are family oriented, community related. So if you're not in the family, you're from the community. And I was neither. And then, like, I didn't know I was giving off the energy of having high confidence, but I was. See, I just really found my confidence, but it was always there because it takes a lot of confidence to move to another state by yourself with your children, and then, find a church, visit churches, find a church, and join the church, and really try to make a name for yourself. And that's what I did several times, over and over and over. The whole time studying the Bible, okay, praying, paying what tithes that I could, but more than anything, being faithful. Because I'm going to keep it a whole buck with you, prophetess. I used to take my food stamps and buy groceries for the church if I didn't have money. Real talk. I used to buy juice. I used to buy bottled water. 40 packs of bottled water. I used to buy, because I was a couponer when this was going on. I was a couponer, right? I would give the church gallons of Clorox, paper towels. I would get the pastor Tide and whatever I had, because I had a lot of it, baby. Because when I was telling you I was couponing so much that I could do garage sales with my coupon products and still have enough for myself. And after I stopped couponing, I still had enough products for 2 years after I actually stopped couponing. So I was giving to the church. Do you hear me? This is a true story, prophetess. And all that time, I'm loving God, right? Because my focus is on loving God. And I had some sexual relationships with different men. I thought that maybe if I would, do the things that need to be done as a woman, so to speak, that maybe they would lead into marriages and things like that, but they never did, and some resulted in children, right? So I'm still going to church through all of that and not seeing any real results in my life. I'm gonna just be real with you, and I could not understand, like, why I wasn't seeing no real results in my life. Because I was doing everything that I could possibly do. And I'm going to be real. It's not that God let me down or God didn't answer my prayers or anything of that nature. That's not what was occurring. What was occurring was I was being attacked by um, forces in high places that nobody at the church was teaching me about. They may were reading the scripture in the Bible to me, but nobody was teaching me about it. And these people who were attacking me, because you understand now, right? These wicked forces in the high places, that they jump into vessels, and the vessels really do begin to attack you, right? Okay, so let's move forward. So by me not being awakened in my spirituality state, I was easy to attack. It was easy to make me look crazy. It was easy to take my money. It was easy to attack my relationships. It was easy to turn people against me. It was easy. But I went through several events, right? While going to church, okay? And it caused me to have a spiritual awakening. And I'm gonna be real with you, because I know, like, on some of the platforms there's a lot of talk about warlocks going on, but I'm gonna be real with you. I was involved with a man. I was involved with a married man that had my mind gone, like gone, had me thinking that we were gonna be in a poly relationship. I'm telling you, and that's how far I had to go down, I guess I could say, for my spirituality to be kicked in, for me to realize that, because this whole time I was going to church. Like, he was telling me, he was proud of me for going to church. I'll read these two later that popped out. So after I just knew what I was doing was wrong, right? I was going to church, but he was encouraging me. He was encouraging me to um make an OnlyFans page. I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna keep it real. Look, he was encouraging me to make an OnlyFans page, right? But I was like, 'cause at this time I was like 45, 46. And so Prophetess, I had made a TikTok page because I made an OnlyFans page, but I never posted anything on it because I honestly didn't know how to post on it. I didn't know how to post on it because I was like 46. So I had made a TikTok page, and I was just trying to get familiar with the app, okay? And some kind of way, tarot started popping up on my TikTok app. And I didn't even search tarot. And I'm like, what are they doing? And of course, I was like you, like, ooh, tarot's wrong, tarot's of the devil. And I was looking at it right, because I had intuition. I knew right from wrong, but I was looking at it and I was like, that's wrong, but why do it make so much sense? Because my Christian brain just didn't understand why it made so much sense. Okay, we got 3 that popped out so far. My Christian brain didn't understand, like, why it makes so much sense, right? And I just kept watching it. And the people that I was guided to, because I was guided to good and bad. But like I said, even in my um unawakened state, like, it's just some shadow negative stuff that did not resonate with me, okay? Because it's like some places I'm just not gonna go, okay? And it started resonating with me, and it started resonating with me. And the next thing I knew, the next thing I knew, I was praying, and God was telling me that what I was seeing and what I was hearing was true. Now, when this transition first happened, I didn't know that I had a calling on my life to be a teacher of the leaders of tarot and other divination methods. I didn't know that, because this was like 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years ago now. Yeah, almost 4 years ago, because I'll be 50 in 2026. But like I was saying, right? So I started watching tarot, and some of the readers that I was watching, they were talking about Jesus, right? Which I resonate with Jesus. I know Jesus from my church days, right? I know Jesus, right? I know Jesus. And God was like, yeah, what you seeing is true, and all of this and that. And from there, I went into the dark night of the soul. Okay? Now, I shared that part of the testimony to show you how I transitioned from Christian religion into spirituality. I didn't say that I transitioned from being a Christian to being a tarot card reader. That's not what I said, and that's not what happened. What happened was I began to have the belief that God was sending messages through these tarot cards. And the very first thing I did was I researched what tarot cards were. And that's when I found out that they have different series within the deck and some that are related directly to God. And then I went back and I started watching the readings and listening to what they said. Because, like I said, I had intuition. And this whole time, I was going through the dark night of the soul, so I was working on myself and working on, the the sexual relation and stuff like that I was having, and other issues of my life that I had to clean up, right? Because it's a process, and like I always tell you, as long as it takes to break it, it might take that long to fix it. So, like, if you've been out here 25 years, give yourself 5, 6 years to get everything. You know what I'm saying? Some people heal faster depending on if you have children or not. No shade, because I still have one grade school age child, and the reason I'm saying that is because if you do have children, you may not be able to spend. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to pause and get some water. You may not be able to spend 10 to 12 hours a day on meditation, spirit baths, focusing on yourself and self love. Because it's easy to do that. Ask me how I know. And anybody that has been blessed to be in a position where they can spend majority on their day on self love and meditation, they know that's what man. Listen. Scheduling to go to the gym, to eat healthy, to go to the park and meditate. You know what I'm saying? To come back and maybe make content if you're a creator and stuff like that. That's 10 hours right there. I'm just keeping it a whole buck. So give yourself space and time to heal. All right. And over time, when I began to heal, it was revealed to me what I needed to do. Because see, I always had the prophetess spiritual ability even before my awakening. Like I have my early videos, which I'm gonna tag a very first video that I made when I made these Bible cards. I'm gonna tag it for y'all. I want y'all to watch it. It's like from 2.5 years ago when I first woke up, and I remember like I was like, man, I gotta do this. Like I didn't even want to use tarot cards at first. Like I was using a tarot card, but it was like bugs and insects and flowers because I felt more comfortable with my soul. Because for some reason at that time, like these pictures, they were graphic to me. And this is not even graphic, but it's just because I was tender at that time. And that's why I'm telling you, like, if you are a Christian prophetess or whatever your, religion is, if you're in that but you know that you're being called to a higher spiritual level, it's time to move forward because we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against, the rest of it. Now, let's see what came out. I have a Bible tarot deck that I'm making, and it has 4 categories. One is called spiritual warfare, all right? And spiritual warfare came out, and this is based off of the armor of God. I'm going to use this deck right here, right, to give you all overall energy. So in the spiritual warfare, I got the full armor of God, Ephesians 6:17. Take the helmet of salvation And I correlated the helmet with the crown chakra, okay? And that's how I made my card. You know what? I might run out of storage, so I might have to make a part 2. This one also came out, Psalms 23. So some of you may resonate with Psalms 23. If you do, please read this because I labeled that as the comfort of the Psalms 23. And if you resonate with that, that's for you. And then I also just got the full Armor of God scripture that came out with the helmet and the chakra. All right. What else is the other messages that we need to get to the prophetess, to the leaders that have questions about spirituality? Look, spiritual warfare just keeps coming out because you know why? It's like the swords, it's like the air, it's the communication. It's like the enemy, he just wants to attack your mental state. I'm just gonna go ahead and pull the tarot because I got like 3 minutes left on here. What's the message for this prophetess? So I don't even have to make a part 2. What's the message from the tarot regarding your spiritual warfare? It's your mind. You have got to go through the dark night of the swords, which is the 9 of swords energy. And you have got to make a decision if you want to follow the Christianity path or if you want to follow the spirituality path. Okay, so I got the strength card that came out. So you got to go within and make a strong decision. You got to tame this animal. You got to decide, like, what are you going to do? And use Psalms 23. And I don't even tell people to pray like that, but people are watching you. The people who know you got this spiritual gift to have insight that you should not have, like, they can see you and they feel like you're already doing something. Like, so, I mean, yeah. Confirmation. Somebody at somebody's church, they really already feel like, I don't like to use this term, but like they think you're doing something witchy anyway. But you're really not. Like, God is really giving you messages and you don't even know what to do about it. And then you start watching tarot and you start resonating with us and you be like you want to be over here with us. Like in your private time, you watching tarot all the time. And it makes you happy. And this came out too. Because that's your secret weapon that keeps you going. You're picking up messages from the tarot readers that are giving you guidance and stuff like that, which is nothing wrong with that. Yeah, it's helping you to go within. So listen, you got the Ace of Wands to the Hermit, prophetess. All right, so I encourage you to take the strength that you need to go within and make the decision that best makes you comfortable. And I'm going to leave it right there. I'm sending you this message out with love. I might do another series on this because like I've really been thinking about the prophetess a lot, and I want y'all to feel the love and the understanding that I have for you all. So yeah, let's just leave this here for right now. And then we're gonna come back and we'll do some more stuff because it's some more of the testimony I want to share with you guys. Right now, that was the true word of the Most High God.